Welcome to this workshop. Learn the basics of Google Ads. Grow with Google helps people grow their skills, careers, and businesses by offering free digital skills training and tools. So I'll start off by introducing a little bit about myself. My name is Jesus Kuti. I am the program manager for the Building Business Back program. We're also partners with Grow with Google, which allows us to present this information to you. And in this workshop, I'll discuss how to reach more customers and grow your business with Google Ads. So without further ado, let's get the ball rolling. All right. So how often do you head over to Google to research a possible purchase or something that you're looking to buy? That's kind of self-explanatory for almost everything. Or maybe you're searching to confirm that an item you want to buy is in stock. While you're searching, you might discover new, interesting products too. This happens all the time. You might say that people no longer go online, they pretty much live online. It's not just a catchy phrase, it's what the data shows. In 2019 study, almost half of surveyed shoppers said they use Google to discover new products, and more than half said they use Google to research their purchases. Each search is an opportunity for advertisers to connect with potential customers. So very big resource to utilize for small businesses. So you may already be familiar with traditional advertising like print, radio, television. You place your ad in a publication, pardon me, network or show that you believe reaches your potential customers. Um, your hope is to advertise your advertisements pique their interest and that they remember your brand. Online advertising is a little bit more focused towards that. You have more control over who can see your ads, since ads will be displayed when people search for specific keywords and phrases. And you determine where your ads appear and how much to spend on a campaign. And we can get into that a little bit later. And finally, you see measurable results. So how many people saw the ad, how many people clicked on it, and how many took further action. The reach, focus, accountability of online advertising makes it an appealing option for businesses of all sizes. Today's workshop will help new advertisers learn the basics and how to get started. So very quickly, here's the agenda. I'll start with a quick explanation of how Google Ads work. Then I'll walk you through the process of setting up your Google Ads account and creating your first ad campaign. Next, I'll share some tips that can make your ads perform better. After that, I'll talk about how you can measure campaign success, and then I'll wrap up the session by sharing more training resources for you to take advantage of. But before that, in this workshop, we'll use Trade Street Jams Corporation as an example. So let's watch a short video. Let me share the other screen I have. There we go. Share sound. Okay.
Everybody likes jam. Who doesn't like jam? Seriously, I dream about flavors. Trade Street Jam Company makes low sugar vegan jams for pretty much everything under the sun. Honey, do you know how many things you can do with this jam? You can make cocktails, you can put on roasted meats or veggies, oatmeal. The uses are endless. I've been a chef for about 15 years. I needed something fun to do after work. I'm not a big TV watcher. I would stop at this store on the way home, grab a bunch of fruit, anything weird and exotic that they had, and I start cooking. I start jamming. Too much? You don't like the puns?
Do you like the bananas, honey?
Yeah. My husband is my test dummy, I guess you can say.
You want some more?
You like mommy's cooking?
When I started Trade Street, I was selling on another e-commerce platform, and we were also selling a lot of jam in person. But COVID hit and all the markets shut down, which freaked me out. I'm already scared about being a new mommy. And then on top of that, I'm worried about the life of my business. People started ordering specialty food online, so we immediately had to pivot and focus all of my efforts on selling online. When people go on Google and they search jam or jelly, I want them to be able to find my brand. With Google Ads, they can type those things in and I pop up. You guys, that's huge. Being able to sell on our website, it really did save us. I couldn't imagine going back to not using Google products. We went from making 2,000 jars every 2 months to making 2,000 jars every 2 weeks. Our sales increased by 1,000%. It was crazy. I've hired 4 or 5 different contractors. Hiring feels amazing. I think it's so important for our product to have a story behind it. I think when people see a woman behind the brand, a person of color, it just really adds something to that jar other than jam.
Oh, you kiss mommy. You kissing mommy.
I want Zola to be able to grow up and look at me and say, like, my mom did that. I wouldn't trade that for the world.
All right. So let me just pivot right back. So let's take a look at the way advertising works on Google. So it all starts with a Google search. The searcher types a word or phrase into Google that's called a search query. Then Google's algorithm creates a search result page that lists websites and other resources to help the searcher find answers. Clicks on these organic websites links are free. Sites cannot pay for Google by listed or to be listed in better positions in the organic search result. It's all predetermined by the algorithm. Helping sites appear in the search results is a tactic called search engine optimization, or SEO for short. And we're not covering that topic today, so we can dive into that in a different webinar. Today's workshop focuses on advertising. So every time someone searches on Google separately and simultaneously, the Google Ads algorithm runs an online auction among advertisers. In a matter of milliseconds, Google Ads determines the winning ad and displays them on the search result page. They're labeled as ads to distinguish them from the search results. Advertisers bid for the opportunity to show ads when certain keywords are searched. The bid is the maximum amount of money an advertiser is willing to pay for a single click on the ad. So let's dive a little bit deeper on understanding how Google Ads determines the auction winners. So Google Ads calculates ad rank for every auction. Generally, the ad show with the highest ad rank gets to show in the top position, the second highest in the next position, and so on and so forth. So it's useful to know what factors are part of the calculation. Some of those include your bid, but that's not the only factor. The quality of your ad and landing page goes into the ad rank too. A group of factors collectively called the ad rank threshold set minimum quality requirements. Even if you're the only advertiser in the auction, your ad must meet these minimums to be eligible to appear on Google Ads. The competitiveness of the auction, how many advertisers want to show ads for the same search query, impact the position of each ad. The context of the search, like location, device, etc., also matter. And then finally, the expected impact of the ad, assess in a factor. So assess how ads stand out by attaching bonus information such as phone numbers, addresses, and more. Ad rank is not a published number, and it changes depending on the search. So don't worry if your ad position fluctuates. That's normal. The tips in the workshop can improve ad rank, which help improve your chances of showing ads on Google. And then I can share some references towards the end of the presentation. So this workshop focuses on text ads that appear on google.com. Text ads use a paid per click or PPC or cost per click CPC pricing model. This means that advertisers do not pay simply to show ads. They pay when searchers take an action on an ad, like clicking to visit the website or initiating a phone call. The slides show what a text ad looks like with a headline and a description that appears under the word ad. So text ads can also appear across Google Display Network, which is made up of websites that show ads. The network includes Google's own sites like Gmail, plus more than 2 million non-Google partner websites. It reaches 90% of internet users worldwide. This workshop does not cover the display network, but it's worth noting that this network supports additional ad formats like image ads and video ads as well. So now let's get into the nitty-gritty of setting up a Google Ads account in your first campaign. Exciting. Once you're signed into your Google account, visit google.com/ads to set up a Google Ads. When you get to that page, click the button labeled Start Now. While you do pay Google when people click on your ads, there are no extra fees to use Google Ads, no startup fees, no cancellation fees, no minimum commitment, and no contract. You can turn ad campaigns on and off as often as you wish. Every new Google Ads account defaults to Smart Mode, which creates smart campaigns. Smart campaigns help new advertisers get started quickly by automating many aspects of the campaign. And then just so everyone knows, this webinar is being recorded and we will upload it later on to our social media. And I'll also stick around at the end of the presentation and give everyone my contact information if you need help doing this on for your business as well. All right, so at this point, you're doing two things. You're creating your Google Ads account and you're creating your first smart campaign. Start the process by entering your business name. This should be the name that you want the potential customers to know. Next, you'll enter the address of the web page that you want people to visit after clicking your ad. The web page you choose um, it will be closely related to the ad you are creating. One tip, this might not be your website's homepage. Ideally, an ad click takes the searcher directly to the most relevant web page, like a product page. So if you're advertising one of your products, it'll take them directly either to inform them of that product or to buy the product itself, as if you already navigated through your webpage. If you don't have a website but do have a Google Business profile, you can send people to your profile so they can take some action there. And then also, side note, we also help businesses with creating their Google Business profile. So if you haven't created one, highly recommend creating one, and we can help you as well. After that, you can preview the selected web page on mobile and desktop devices. This way you can be sure your web page looks good and is easy to use no matter what device it is. So like I mentioned, on the desktop, on your cell phone, I know a lot of people use tablets for their viewing pleasure just because it's on a bigger screen. So definitely encourage you to look at all those if you have them available to you. Now you select your advertising goal. So you might want to get more calls, get more website sales or signups, get more visits to your physical store, get more views, engage on YouTube. If you have more than one goal, you may need to create another separate ad to adjust or compensate for the increased goals that you're looking for. All right, so next you'll write a text ad. So this line shows the fields you will fill out to write your ad, and automatic character count lets you know how much space you have, and you can see a preview of the ad on the right side of the page. Note the checkbox that allows you to include a call button with your ad. A call button allows searchers on smartphones to initiate a phone call by simply clicking the ad. I'll talk about more I'll talk more about writing effective ads later in this workshop. So smart campaigns use keyword themes to help show ads to the right searchers. Keyword themes should be related to the product or service being advertised. Google Ads will suggest related keyword themes based on your ad text and landing page. You should select themes that describe the focus of your ad, not necessarily everything the business has to offer. So a specific product or event that you're trying to convey to the customers. So the next step is to select the geographic location where your ads are eligible to appear. Google Ads gives you a variety of options, including zip codes, cities, regions, or radius around an address. This slide shows radius ads are eligible to appear to searchers who are physically located in this highlighted area, or searches looking specifically for results in this area. You can adjust these settings later if you're not getting enough people clicking on it, or you're put in a situation where you can now expand your search. And then a little bit more to talk about this. So, for example, why would you want this? So, for example, if you are, let's say, a local here in Salinas, but you're not willing to skip out to like King City, or if you're service based, you're not trying to drive all the way down to King City, that's where this would definitely come in handy. All right, so after that, you'll set a daily average budget, the average amount you could spend each day. This slide shows several budget options. Toggling between options shows an estimated number of daily clicks. With smart campaigns, you are ultimately setting a maximum monthly budget. Google Ads multiplies your daily budget by 30.4, which is the average number of days in a month. The product is your maximum monthly budget. Your daily ad spend may vary, but the total ad spend won't exceed the maximum monthly budget. One more important note, you're only charged for the clicks you receive. So, for example, if your maximum monthly budget is 150 bucks, but your ad spend is $10, you'll be charged $10, not 150. You're just setting the maximum amount that you're willing to allow. Okay, so once you've set up all the pieces of your ad campaign, review everything for accuracy. If you see something that needs to change, you can go back and make edits. In fact, you can make edits anytime you want. So you don't have to worry. Let's say that something changes and you're not offering, let's say you're giving a discount of like 50%, right? And now you're like, hey, you know what? We're cutting it back, or we're increasing the discount. You can go back and add those changes. You will need to submit payment info to send your ad campaign live. Once the ad campaign is launched, you'll be able to access additional features like ad scheduling and so on and so forth. Ad scheduling allows you to select days of the week and times of the day when ads are eligible to appear. This is useful if you don't want ads to show during hours when your business is closed. So if you're 8 to 5, you can set it from 8 to 5, or a little bit earlier than that, or a little bit after for the phone need. And that's how you set up a smart campaign. Smart campaigns are easiest option for new advertisers to get started with Google Ads. Now let's take a quick look at more advanced campaign options. A search campaign created in expert mode. So the chart on this slide compares smart campaigns with search campaigns. Both show ads in the same place, but with expert mode, you can access the full range of Google Ad campaign types, including search campaigns, display campaigns, video campaigns, app campaigns, and shopping campaigns. Expert mode gives advertisers more control, but it also requires active management. To get strong results, it's recommended that you manage campaigns every day. This is why expert mode is recommended for marketers and advertisers who need advanced controls, tools, and reporting to manage their ad campaigns. In smart campaigns, Google guides you through campaign creation. If you're creating a search campaign, you will need to choose your networks, bidding strategies, create ad groups, choose keywords, and more. There's a lot to know. One important concept is account structure. This helps you understand what you're making when you set up a campaign. So level 1 is your account. Your account has general information like username, password, billing details. Second level is campaigns. For each campaign, you will set a budget, choose a language, choose location where the ads can be shown, and set general preferences. For example, your first campaign might have a budget of $150 a day and show ads to people who set their browser language to English. Your second campaign might have a budget of $60 a day and show ads to people who set their browser language to Spanish. In this example, the advertiser could spend up to $110 per day across the 2 campaigns. There's plenty of room to experiment. Each account can have up to 10,000 campaigns. And level 3 ad groups. An ad group is a collection of words plus the associated ads. Campaign setting applies to all the ad groups within. The most successful ads have highly focused ad groups with keywords that match the ad and the landing page. Again, you have plenty of room to move. Each campaign can have up to 20,000 ad groups. And then this is when you actually create the individual ad. So remember, the smart mode is the default. When you create a Google Ad account, you will need to switch to expert mode to create a search campaign. To switch from smart mode to expert mode, navigate to a new campaign. If you started a smart campaign but didn't complete it, you may have to click the back button to start a new ad. Click the switch to expert mode link near the bottom of your screen. When you're in expert mode, start at the all campaigns page and click new campaign. You'll select the campaign objective or goal and a campaign type. To create a search campaign, click the option labeled search as shown on this slide. Side note, you can always go back to creating a smart campaign. To do that, choose the objective label, create a campaign without a goal guidance, and then choose a smart campaign. All right, so now that we've got you creating campaigns and ads, so now that simple changes can help increase your ad rank and overall campaign performance. In fact, you may want to think about these things even before you plan your first ad. So earlier we went over the basics of writing a text ad. Here's a little bit more information to add to that. Headlines appear at the very top of your ad. Each headline can be up to 30 characters. In expert mode, your ads are responsive, which means that Google can show headlines and descriptions in any order. You will write 3 headlines, but you can add up to 15. Description lines appear below the display URL and can be up to 90 characters. As this slide shows, you'll see a visual representation of what your ad will look like as you write your ad's text. Your ad may show in different layouts based on the device, laptop, tablet, mobile phone, etc., as I mentioned before, used by the searcher. Google Ads may adjust the layout if the system predicts the ad will perform better when presented in a specific way. The final URL is the web page people reach after clicking your ad. It should match the topic of your ad. If the searcher is looking for cranberry jam and links that and clicks your ad, don't send them to the home page if the website has a cranberry jam page. On the other hand, the home page might be the most appropriate landing page for a general ad promoting your brand. It's important to focus on showcasing the most relevant, compelling information in your ad. Promotion and a call to action for your potential customers can also encourage clicks. A great ad highlights what makes your product or service unique. You might want to include prices, promotions, and exclusives. Empower customers to take action. Include at least one of your keywords. Always check spelling and grammar. Typos look unprofessional and can hurt an otherwise compelling campaign. Test ad for variations. Try different offers and call to actions and monitor their effectiveness. Regularly review performance. If you're using expert mode, you can see an ad strength tool that evaluates your ads and makes recommendations for improvements. You can also get more tips for writing effective ads by visiting g.co/text ad tips. And on that note, I would also recommend don't just leave it up for a day, and if you don't see that it's getting any clicks, take it off and then change it. Leave it for a week, see what happens. Different days usually have different number of clicks. Some people, and then as well as time. So let's say that you leave your ad for example, Monday through Sunday, 8 to 5, and you don't get any clicks, and then you change it Monday to Sunday, 5 to 10, and then all of a sudden you're bombarded with clicks. Play around with the times, but give it enough time for you to be able to see, okay, well, people are reaching out, are clicking at this time during this week or this day during this time, and so on, so you can have an accurate result from it. So let's switch gears and talk about keywords. So we've already briefly touched on keyword themes for smart campaigns. A single keyword theme represents multiple keywords. For example, the keyword theme fruit jam could represent related searches like strawberry jam, raspberry preservatives, or peach jelly. This saves time because you do not need to develop an exhaustive list of keywords. When you set up a smart campaign, Google Ads suggests keyword themes, or you can create your own. So here's some tips for keyword themes. So aim for a maximum of 7 to 10 keyword themes. If you include too many, you can run the risk of having your ads show up in less relevant searches. Think like your customer. What words and phrases would they use to search for your product? Create separate campaigns for different keyword themes. In other words, don't put hot sauce keyword theme in a campaign promoting fruit jams. Those should be in a separate ad campaign. Once your ad is active, you can review keyword themes and turn off any that aren't relevant. So, that aspect, I know that for example, this last farmers market, there was some mango habanero jam, and it was spicy, but it would need a different ad because you don't want to throw everything in together and then get bombarded with things that aren't exactly what the customers were looking for. So in a search campaign expert mode, you don't use keyword themes. Instead, you build a specific keyword list. To show your ads, the keywords you choose need to match the words or phrases that people search for. Google Ads allows you to make a keyword more or less specific by changing its match type. Match type controls how precisely the search query needs to match the keyword. The default is broad match. Similar to the keyword themes, ads may show on related searches, including searches that don't actually contain the keyword. Phrase match is more restrictive. Ads may show on searches that include the meaning of your keyword. The meaning can be implied. You add quotation marks to make a keyword phrase match. And then you have exact match, which is the most precise. Ads may show on searches that are the same meaning or same intent as the keyword. You add square brackets to make a keyword an exact match. Finally, negative keywords. These are extremely important. Negative keywords let you prevent ads from showing. To make a keyword negative, add a minus symbol at the front. For example, if you sell jam, you don't want ads to show when people search the jam band. You would include the negative keyword band or minus band. All right, so Google Ads has a built-in resource to help you develop a keyword list called Keyword Planner. A Keyword Planner allows you to do things like discover new keywords, see estimates on the number of searches a keyword gets each month, see the average cost to show an ad for a particular keyword. Plus, it helps you organize keywords and create new campaigns. Keep in mind that the tool can provide estimates, but a campaign's actual performance depends on the variety of factors like bids, budgets, and customer behavior in your industry. To access Keyword Planner in your Google Ads account, your account must be using Expert Mode. You won't be able to access Keyword Planner if your account is using Smart Mode. You must complete your account setup by entering your billing information and creating a campaign. If you're not yet ready to spend money, you can choose to pause your campaigns. To access Keyword Planner in your Google Ads account, click the wrench symbol labeled Tools and Settings and select Keyword Planner. All right, so let's cover one more tip that can make your ads perform better and improve your ad rank. So ad assets. Assets show extra business information with your ad, like an address, phone number, store rating, or additional webpage links. In smart campaigns, some assets are set up automatically. In Expert Mode, you will need to create assets and associate them with your ads. There are many types of assets, including site links, which take people to different pages on your website. You also have price assets, which highlight the cost of a product or service. You have promotion assets, which highlight sales or promotions, and a lot more. The last topic we'll cover today is measuring the success of your ad campaign. So earlier in this workshop, we talked about selecting advertising goal. An example, goals include more phone calls, sales, signups, visits to your store. When setting up an ad campaign, it's useful to keep your goal in mind. So ask yourself, does this ad make it clear what action people should take? Does it help me accomplish my goal? One benefit of using online advertisements is that you don't have to guess if your ad is working or not. The data shows you what happened. So Google Ads includes built-in reports that help you understand your data. To understand the reports, you need to know some terminology. So I'll introduce three concepts in this workshop. So first is impressions. So impressions tell you how often your ad is shown, whether someone clicks on it or not. An impression is counted each time your ad is shown on a search result page or on a site in the display network. And then there's a click, or so a click is counted when someone clicks your ad or initiates a call from a phone number in your ad. And then some bonus info, dividing the total number of clicks by the number of impressions reveals another important metric, and it's called click-through rate, or CTR. This is one way that Google measures the effectiveness of your ad. Excuse me, the higher the CTR, the better. Finally, a conversion is when a click on an ad results in a desirable trackable behavior. So to track conversions, you first need to set up a feature within Google Ads called conversion tracking, or connect your Google Ads account to a separate tool called Google Analytics. I know it's a lot. We're here after the webinar, so if you guys have any questions or want to follow up on a separate one-on-one, we definitely can. This slide shows an example of Smart Campaign reports. This report is limited to the basic metrics we just talked about, so impressions, click, conversions, which are optional. And if you enable a click to call phone number, you can see that in this report as well. So search campaigns in expert mode offer a far more detailed report, and that includes ad groups, individual ads, you have landing pages, keywords, and so much more of that. Again, in order to see conversions in your report, you first need to set up conversion tracking. There are two ways to track conversions in Google Ads. The first way is to set up conversions in your Google Ads account. To do that, click Tools and Settings. In the top of the navigation bar, look at the section labeled Measurements and click Conversions. From there, you will create conversion actions. Conversion action is specific customer activity that is valuable to your business. So, for example, you might track things like an action on your website, phone calls, app installations or downloads, and a lot more. Oh, too far. I think I was on this one. Yeah, this one. Yeah. Okay. So for conversion tracking works a little differently for each source, but here's how it works for a web page. You will need to add a piece of code to your website when someone clicks your ad. A temporary cookie is placed on their computer or mobile device when they complete the conversion action. You defined Google Ads recognizes the cookie through the piece of code you added and records the conversion that you can see in the reports. Once you've set up conversion tracking, you can see conversion data for campaigns, ads, groups, and keywords. This information can help you understand if Google Ads is helping you to achieve your business goal or not. All right, so the second way to track conversion is linking your Google Ads account to Google Analytics. Google Analytics is a no-cost tool that helps you understand visitor behavior on your website. It shows you what actions people take, how they find your site, and it tracks and records conversions. By reviewing Google Analytic reports along your Google Ads performance stats, you can see what people do after clicking on the ad and reaching your landing page. You can learn things like bounce rate, which is the percentage of sessions that someone sees only one web page or triggers only one event. The average time someone stayed on your site, the average number of pages viewed per session, the estimated percentage of first-time session, and so much more. All this information helps you learn if your ads are effective. So marketers use these reports to make decisions about budgets, bids, landing pages, and ad text. Incidentally, you do not need to advertise on Google to use Google Analytics. So you can learn more about the Google Analytics setup and setup in your account by visiting the genie.co/analytics. So there's a lot more to cover in Google Ads, but this is where we are going to stop for today. I'll leave you with a recap and a few additional resources. So we started with a quick overview of online advertising and how Google Ads work. We walked through setting up a Google Ads account and creating a smart campaign and a search campaign in expert mode. We covered tips for creating better ads and refining keyword phrases, keywords, and assets. We introduced measurement tools um, that can help you gauge the success of your ads. If you want to learn more, the Google Ads Help Center is a great place to start. It includes detailed information about all the concepts we discussed today. You can get to the Help Center by clicking on the question mark icon at the top of every page in your Google Ads account as well. If you enjoyed video lessons, subscribe to Grow with Google at the YouTube channel. YouTube.com/Grow with Google. The channel publishes new videos regularly, covering topics that can help you grow your skills, careers, and businesses. And then just a couple extra information. So Google also offers Google Career Certification. So for let's say that you have someone in your business is interested in possibly doing these ads for you or whatnot, you can actually get them qualified in demand for that position. So they offer free courses or some courses are free, but courses on data analytics, advanced data analytics, business intelligence, digital marketing, and e-commerce. And same thing if you're looking for a project management, someone to take on that role, you can have them go through that course and grow within your own business. They also offer so much more. So just some of the resources that they have available. So, and that wraps up our presentation. If you do have any questions, please feel free to type them into the Q&A, and I can either answer them through here or we can connect offline. Is there a resource in person to learn more of Google Ads? Yes, so we are Grow with Google certified. So if you do have any further questions or follow-up questions, you can contact us. If you'd like, you can actually, I will type in, see if I can type it in the chat. I'm going to type in my contact information in the chat box so you guys can reach out to me. 6, as well as my email if you do have any follow-up questions or you need help writing any guidance. Okay, so next question. What is the sweet spot for daytime to run ads? So that's a tricky question. So depending on the industry, you really have to just kind of mess with it. There's no like guidelines or anything like that. I highly recommend running it for the week, like I mentioned it. And obviously it just varies, but go Monday through Friday through your business hours, and if you don't receive that many hits or clicks, then change the hours, and if you see that you're getting no clicks on Mondays and Tuesdays, but you're running through for the rest of the week, then you can also modify that and have it only run for Wednesday through Sunday. But there's really no like direct answer for that one. And then the next one, thank you for the shipping of delay. Did you say that we should not be concerned about Google Ad offers? I would, you know what, let's connect offline because that one goes a little bit deeper into it and it kind of requires a little bit longer of an explanation. So we can connect offline and we can go into more detail with it. I did leave my contact information in the chat. If you guys aren't seeing it, let me know and I will connect with you uh, off of this. So, and then will we be able to get access to the slide deck? So yeah, so you should be able to see this is all pre-recorded, so we'll post this video on our social media. If you want the slides themselves, I believe I can get that to you. Just shoot me an email, and I can send that over your way. I'll hang back for a little bit if anyone does have any other questions um, that pertain to this or that would want a little bit more explanation. And then if not, then thank you so much for participating in today's webinar, and we hope to see you on our next webinar Wednesdays. Can I turn off an ad or does it have to run the flag? Yes, you can. So at any point in time, you can um, turn it off or pause the ad campaign. You don't have to keep it running the whole time or whatnot. You can always change it. You know, it's not set in stone. You do have that option. Alrighty then, well, I think that's it. I don't see any more questions coming in. Like I mentioned, if you guys do have any other questions, I sent over my contact information. What is the average cost of running a campaign for 4 months? So the average cost all depends on you. So you set the maximum that you're willing to spend, and then Google will distribute that amount. So it all depends on you. So you can move it around. You can, you know, it's up to you. And that kind of impacts on you're how much you're willing to spend. So like I said, similar to how Facebook uses their ads, you set an amount like, hey, I want the budget is 250 for the month, and you know, do what you do with $250 and see how far it goes. So it really depends on what you're willing to put as a maximum for those formats. Humberto, of course, thank you so much. Well, then I will reach out to you separately. Let me actually take that info down. All right, then. Well, if that's it, I don't see any other questions. I'm more than, like I said, thank you so much for being part of today's webinar. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach back out to me. And I will see you guys on the next one.